Hello Taurus, how are you? This is your reading for May 31st or May 15th through the end of the month. Hope you're doing great. I've already prayed and meditated over your cards. We're in a good spot. The music is playing. We ready to go. So we're going to talk about your energy. You have the key. The key came out for you. There's a few messages with this card. If you look at the top, if you can see, you'll see 33. 33 tells me that this is somebody from your past, okay, that you could possibly be trying to recreate this situation with again so you can have success. And what's interesting is the key to this relationship is something needs to happen, okay? There is a key. There's something that needs to happen. What's interesting is I feel like this person needs to be open to this, and you need to be open to it as well, okay? Because you're starting to realize that the problem or the issues lay in the foundations of this relationship and what it is that you're trying to build. Yeah, it can be sturdy. What's interesting is I feel like the feelings or the connection is really strong, but the foundations are just a blueprint. You know what I mean? Like, it really needs some work. It really needs some work, okay? So, Taurus, let's get into that energy. See what's going on with you and this other person. Cards are falling out. It's definitely something with the foundations, okay? It's weak. It's not built on anything strong, because that came out, okay? So, you have an attraction to this person, but the attraction to them or their attraction to you is not going to keep this relationship moving forward, right? There's a problem with this person doing what they need to do to be with you, or being who they need to be with you. You know, that could be very well a problem. And the relationship needs to be built on better trust and better foundation. I see that you spent some time apart from this person to figure things out. Right? And they have been on your mind. They never left your mind, okay? They never left your mind. You never left their mind. But the foundations need to be worked upon, and this is something that you two need to communicate, or you need to communicate with this person if they're not in the mindset or the space to communicate with this with you. Two more cards fell out. I didn't even want them, but they did. Don't start anything new unless you are fully aware of where you're going. This time when you start this new relationship with this person or walk into this new thing, you need to be sure 100% that you're communicating everything that you need and that you want, okay? Don't do that thing where it's like, we're going to go with the flow. That's not going to work this time, okay? So let's see what their energy is about. They have love for you, Taurus. They have love for you, okay? But because of how you have done things in the past with them, they have their walls up, okay? And that's why it's so hard to penetrate their shell, or this may be how they feel about you, okay? There needs to be some changes if it's going to be built. They need to be aware that there needs to be changes. They may feel like everything is fine and they're blaming the whole situation on you, right? But it's like they need to do some thinking, some real thinking. Not just some angry, frustrated thinking, or they're mad because you're not communicating with them. They really need to put their thinking hat on, okay? I feel like they're having trouble doing that. Because if they did make the right decisions, what I'm seeing here, things would have moved better. It would have built something stable, but there's a problem with the way they think about things. Okay, now let's see your energy. Yeah, you're not really adamant about giving too much energy or too much love into this right now. This is what I see. I see that you may have done that in the past, but that is not going to be the situation now. All right. You are being kind, gentle, nice, answering text messages, answering calls, maybe keeping things really simple. That's what I see. Okay. You are worried about the growth of this relationship because, like I said before, you've been through this before. Okay. You've been through this before and you want something real and something stable. Okay. Some of you may be worried about getting pregnant. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you want to be ready to let this go when you need to because you've been through this before, right? 1 foot in, 1 foot out is what I'm hearing, okay? So you're ready to leave when things aren't going to go right, okay? Because you've already done this before. That's what I see, okay? You're not going to be carrying all the burden this time. You're not going to be trying to work things out. They need to start putting that effort in. So let's see what's going on at the end of the month. At the end of the month, I see you have a mindset of trying to build something real. Okay. And I feel like you're going to communicate that as best as you know how, to see what happens. You're not going to be making any moves though to like jump into anything with them. Why? Because you're ready to walk away. You have transitioned into a new point of life for yourself. And you're not going to let them drag you down or put you in a situation where you cannot do that. You are confused about the situation and if it's going to work out. Okay. And let me see what else you want them to know. Wheel of Fortune popped out, so that lets me know that there is going to be some change. There is going to be some change because you're not going to nurture this situation. Okay. I feel like you're going to try to move it forward. It may last 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months. But it's important for you. You feel that it's important for you to take a passive approach. Okay. You're not going to be all in and be happy because you want for them to take control. So it's all about them taking control, Taurus, and seeing if they're going to take control. So it looks like who holds the key? Well, both of you kind of hold it, sort of. But like I said, it's something about the foundations. The love and care is there. Otherwise, you wouldn't be trying to do it again, right? But, you know, let's see what happens. And that's where you are. Like, let's see where your mind is. Okay, so Spirit, Guardian Angel, Divine Energy, what do you have for Taurus? We're getting into that mind of yours now. See what's going on with another spread. Taurus, you are being smart this time around. For sure. I have no complaints yet. But I feel like you are making smart moves and doing smart things. And, you know, you an adult out here in these streets. That's what I feel like. You're like, listen, I'm not about to play these games with no grown people. Like, that's where you are right now. Yes. And that's, I say that because that's hard energy for people to be in, Taurus. You know, people, that's hard energy. I'm going to tell you. I'm proud. Proud to know you. Okay. So, oh, hold on. Let me put my microphone back together. We janky over here, I guess. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Tower and the Nine of Cups, right? So, I feel like this person does make you happy and you're happy with them. You're happy that they came back in a way, right? But the foundations need to be worked upon, okay? And this is what's going on. Like, you're ready to knock down all of the old ways of doing things and try to do things in a different way. And you're going to see if they're into this or if they're up to doing this sort of thing, okay? That's where you are. So I see you holding on to yourself, your own thoughts, and what it is that you do have. Even though you're letting someone in, Taurus, you're holding on to what you have built and what you know, right? You're showing them that this time around you're a different type of person, okay? And you're a person that is of beauty and growth, and you want real things, right? You're Mother Earth. You're the mother, the Gaia. You know what I mean? Like, you are, you're trying to show them that you are the big bad wolf around here, okay? And the strength here is because this is what it's going to take, okay? Like, you may feel the need to break free of that and to be kinder or gentler or nicer, but where is that going to get you, okay? So you're putting up that, not facade, but your ego in a way, to make sure that you're getting this Ace of Pentacles, to make sure that you're going to get something that is this stable, something that is actually going to grow, and something that is worth fighting for, okay? You have the 10 of Coins in the middle. That's going to take work, and you got plenty of time to wait on them to do that. You know what I mean? It's like, we can talk, and I need to see where your mind is at, okay? But that's where you are. The Wheel of Fortune means that you've been so stuck into your own mind and your own thoughts that it's almost a miracle that you're letting them back in, okay? And that's what the change is. The change in the Wheel of Fortune is that this person is coming back, and that you're attempting to try to work on something when you didn't want to work on it. You know what I mean? But they may be approaching you with some different type of language, all right? So the other shocker is you want something real, and you're not going to relax. I want to say relax. You're not going to let your guard down or relax until you know that this is achievable, okay? Or that you're getting close to achieving that what you want, which is stability, okay? There is going to be some backlash from this person because I feel like they want to be in control of the situation. But quickly, you're going to put an end to that. Okay, it's either like you're going to end this and do it my way, or we're not going to do it at all. And I feel like that's where you are, right? Like, it's all about you and your own happiness right now, and that's the shocker. That's the shocker, okay? So okay. You still have some emotions with this person that you're dealing with, which is why the Moon and this Hangman comes up on the Strength, okay? So there's still some feelings that you do have for this person that you do need to get through, and you may have some ups and downs when it comes to your emotions and what you're standing up for when it comes to this person, because you feel like maybe I'm being too hard, maybe I need to be nicer, especially with the Hangman in reverse. Like, maybe my perspective is wrong, but you doing that in the past has not worked. Let me turn this so you can see. Has not worked in the past, okay? And you knowing that and being stuck in that, you're changing your mind. You're coming out of that constriction of going round and round in this cycle, and that's why you're not putting this wall up, but just being a stronger individual, right? So you're definitely watching this person's actions, maybe even their social media, the things that they do, to make sure that you're not going to get stuck in no craziness, okay? Yeah, right? Because you want to be able to make good decisions. I feel like in the past, you may have been really open to this person because you had trust in them. And now they have to build that trust back up with you, okay? So 10 of Pentacles, Spirit. I feel like you want to have a celebration with this person. You want to be in a good spot with them, but they're gonna have to build that. It's gonna take time. One more card. It's gonna take time. They're gonna have to show you that they really want to fight for it. Yep. They're gonna have to get out of their head. The things that they have been thinking about giving to you, they need to give it to you. Okay? That may be a problem with them, is getting out of their head and letting their ego go enough to do that for you, okay? Which is why there was in the reading a whole bunch of waiting to see what happens or how this person is going to react. See? Their willpower has to be with you, okay? So Ace of Coins. Yeah, if you're not gonna get something stable, and if it's not gonna be stable, if they're not gonna follow the plan of what is supposed to happen to build, then you're gonna let them go. You're not in any kind of confusion about what needs to happen. You're gonna definitely let it go, right? You're not gonna not pay attention and make that mistake again because you're holding on to the idea of them saying that they want to be with you. You know what I mean? So, 5 of Spears. Let's see what the arguments are about. Okay. So, you may be arguing this month or this end of the month about not having a very secure relationship, or them not offering you something more stable. They may not be saying like, oh, I want to be with you, and that's what you want to hear. Okay. Because you're trying to move forward. You're trying to move forward. You're trying to go on a new journey. You're like, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it, right? Yeah, you want clarity. You definitely want clarity, okay? What I'm hearing is you were doing fine by yourself. And you can still do fine by yourself. So if they're not going to give you that clarity that you want, that makes you happy and makes you feel like you're moving forward or building something real with this person, then you're going to break up with them and leave them not only in the cold, but sad, wondering what happened. So 10 of Swords. I feel like they're going to try to not fight you, but they're going to try to fight you on this situation, okay? Because you want all of this growth. And I feel like they're going to try to make you feel good and try to be everything that you want them to be. But they're losing that feeling of it being a dream come true, and more that they have to come out of the indecision and make real moves and do real things, okay? And this is what they're going to have problems with. That's what they're going to have problems changing. It's like this became not just fun and games, but work, okay? Yep, and they're going to put that guard up. So, let's see what happens. I mean, I'm going to try to pull one more, but they're going to put that guard up because you're going to say to them, like, you ain't playing no games, Taurus. Yeah. Slow and steady wins the race. So they may get themselves together. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. They realize that slow and steady is going to win the race. And I see them not being willing to let go and changing their mind. Like, they can't just give you love or try to rub on your leg or your booty and tell you that you're pretty. You know what I mean? They actually got to start telling the truth. They got to actually do what they're supposed to be doing, okay? If they want to create some sort of balance. Let me see. Yeah. If they want to create some sort of balance and build some sort of trust with you, okay? So let's get into those oracle cards for you, Taurus. Love is definitely on the fritz this month. Okay. Okay. So let's see. And that's just only because it's the 5th month, and the 5th month is about a lot of change. People don't like change. A change involves putting death to things. People don't like to end things, so it's gonna be rough. But next month is the 6th, and 6s are about success. So I'm looking forward to that one for sure. Okay, so let's see, in love, Taurus, 15 through the end of the month. Wow, these cards all over the place, but ain't not falling out for you, Taurus. Maybe that's the only one. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. Yep. Okay. So let's go into your oracle cards. We have the sacral chakra, and the sacral chakra is all about your emotions and desires and getting those balanced. Okay. You're getting them balanced so you can think clearly. Okay. What are your wants? What are your desires? What are their wants and desires? Because all of that is going to work together to play the role to see if you're going to move forward, if things are going to go. Do they have that drive? Do they have that power, that push to do what they need to do to get it done, right? And what is that? Healing. Healing, making a dream come true. You can have your wishes and desires, especially for them, if they would just heal, right? If they would just heal, if the healing would be allowed. But remember to not forget about your wants and your desires, Taurus, okay? Because that's equally as important in being happy and getting this Ace of Wands for yourself. So in relationship, we have worth waiting for and codependency. This relationship is worth waiting for if it's going to go the long haul, okay? If it's going to work out. The problem is the codependency of the situation, right? Are they just relying on you and your emotions to tell them what to do, or are they doing it because they want to do it? This is a very important point that they're pointing out to me that I didn't think of when I was doing the reading. But make sure that they really want to do these things for you and that you are the one that they want to be with, because that's going to have to set up the foundations of the relationship, right? You can't be the one to always guide them. They need to be able to guide themselves. You know, relationships are two, partnership, you know. So your spirit animals, the first one we have is the ant. Ant spirit, it's time to collaborate. It's time to work together, right? So they have to say their piece and you see if you can do it. You say your piece and they see if they can do it, right? So it's all about working together, being in a relationship, being in a partnership, being in commitment, or even being in a working relationship takes collaboration, takes working together. Ants work together their whole life to create a better foundation, because that's what it's about, right? You have badger spirit. Be fearless and bold. Know exactly what you want. Do not give in. This is what they're saying to me, okay? Don't be codependent on the other person's energy, or for them to not be that way with you either, okay? So it's so important for you to know exactly what you want and what it is that you will and will not deal with, okay? So thank you so much for listening, Taurus, and I will see you next month. I love you so much. Please check out the new moons and, oh, the full moon reading that's coming up. I forgot to say that on all the other ones. I'll see you next month. Bye-bye.